Good morning, it's January 19th. We're back in the bee yard this morning. We're gonna run through some of these that we've marked as smaller colonies and move around brood to from the ones that are bigger to the smaller ones to kind of equal them out. We're gonna check the viability of some of these queens and the smaller ones, and if they're no good, we have queens coming from Hawaii here in another week or so, and then we're gonna put those in. But I wanted to get a good start on it today because time is running out. So that's what I'm doing today. All right, I'm all done with this yard. Everything's been fixed up. I was pretty happy to see most of them that I had marked were actually had really good laying queens, so I didn't really have to do a whole lot to them. Some of the ones that didn't, I moved brood over and kind of fixed them up, and I'll be throwing a queen in these in a few days, a little bit longer than I'd like, but I have quite a bit to get through. So I'm going to go to the next, but before I do, I'm going to show you the meanest colony I have at the moment. I don't know what happened to it. It rebred, and when it did, it came out kind of mean. I haven't messed with it. I messed with some of the boxes around it, and that caused it to come out a little bit, but this is as Africanized as it's gonna get in Southern California. And they're not too bad this morning, but give them a minute, they'll probably really start to go. I don't like messing with this one because they run off the frames and they're just all over the place, but maybe because they had the feed in them today, they're calmer than they usually are. Here's another one I fixed up a few minutes ago. I put about 4 frames of brood up top, so. All right, on to the next. All right, here we are at the next bee yard. I only have one that I need to fix up here. I'm gonna show you real quick. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand, but I've already found a good brood frame. I mean, that's a solid brood frame. This colony's queenless. So we're gonna add this brood frame and maybe one more. And by the time it hatches out, it's gonna be quite a bit of bees in that box. We can check it later on and see if it needs more. This colony ate its entire pollen patty within, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. I just fed these a couple of days ago, and they've drank most of the syrup. So I'm gonna look for the queen really fast on this frame. I don't see her. Kind of browsed it earlier, and I'm gonna drop it right in to that one. And I want to get one more. And like I said, it's kind of hard doing this one-handed, but I imagine this is a good frame of brood also. Yep. A lot of times it's easier to see the queen at an angle because she's more pronounced that way. I don't see her on here. And here's the thing, if I end up taking the queen from one colony to another, I know in this yard there's only one. So I could, when I do get the queens, I could throw one in this one instead of the smaller one. All right. And I'll move over these frames and keep the brood together and the honey and the bees. Leave that one out. This one kind of has a foundation frame on it. And this is a real good laying frame here. So that's how it's done. I'm gonna put a pollen patty in this one too. This one already has one, and essentially that's how it's done. Kind of hard to hold this thing and record at the same time, or work the bees at the same time, I should say. All right, that's the day. Thanks for watching. This is what I'm most excited about this year. I'm gonna be building a extracting building right here on a property that I own, because last year I kind of outgrew my extracting house. I have this little farm where my wife raises show goats, amongst other things, and it's going to be a lot easier to extract my honey out here. I used to have a garden right here, so now I'm going to have an extracting house. I'll give you a little tour of the farm. There's Bubbles. We got a couple horses over here. If anybody needs a horse, this one's for sale. We got a dog. Arlo. Bang! He's dead. We got these goats over here. This guy likes high fives. High five. We got this pregnant goat. It's ready to pop at any minute. These are all the show goats. Special goats. My daughter shows. And over here we got more goats. You got the chicken coop. The chickens. And there's Arlo again. Bang! Yeah. Anyway, that's the farm.